All-Star coming. Watch out.
I swear to God, Nikola Jokic is the embodiment of a NBA cheat code. Not only is he dominant inside, he can shoot outside, pass like no other center can, and rebound pretty well. It's not fair. This season proves these notions to be even more correct. I just want to discuss a little bit about how overpowered Jokic has been this season, as many put him in their MVP ballot this season. I am 100% one of those guys. Every time I watch Jokic, he is the Nuggets' main source of offense every possession, and his usage rate is one of the highest among centers. When he is on the floor, the Nuggets have the best offense in the league, with a plus 13 points per 100 possessions, which is the 99th percentile, and the team's effective field goal percentage is plus 4.8, the 95th percentile. When he is off the floor, they are the worst offense in the league, as their shooting across the court plummets. When he is off the floor, the team shoots 36% from mid-range, and the effective field goal percentage is 52.6%, one of the worst in the league. It's simple that Jokic is that valuable. He is currently averaging 27, 11, and 9, shooting 57% from the field, 40% from 3, and 87% from the line. This is coming from a big man producing a stat line similar to Russell Westbrook's MVP season. He is a point guard in a center's body. Think about that for a sec. I'm starting to think personally he really looked up to Magic Johnson when he was living in Serbia. Retired NBA champion Richard Jefferson also believes Jokic can win the MVP award if he keeps playing the way he has, and that the Nuggets keep it up. He stated that Jokic has propelled himself up the MVP ladder due to carrying the Nuggets when they were having a slow start. Jokic has been nothing short of amazing this season, and I have stated he should be the MVP. However, I can't just jump in and say that he should be the MVP based solely on his stats compared to the others. Now, how do his stats compare versus the other top MVP candidates? According to the NBA, Joel Embiid, LeBron James, and Damian Lillard are the top 3 candidates. Jokic and fellow MVP candidate Joel Embiid average scarily similar numbers. Embiid averages 30 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists. Embiid does beat Jokic in points, averaging 4 more than Jokic, but Jokic beats him in assists by 5.5, and they split the rebounding at 11 apiece. However, what gives Jokic the slight edge for me is that he beats Embiid in win shares and effective field goal percentage. Jokic has a 6.6 compared to Embiid in 4.9 in win shares. Jokic has a 61% effective field goal percentage. Embiid is trailing a little bit with 57%. How about LeBron James? The king, fresh off an NBA championship, of course again leads one of the best teams in the NBA, and his stats are still scarily impressive at 36. However, if you compare his stats to Jokic, the Joker has slain the king on this one. Jokic with 27, 11, and 9 edges out LeBron's 26, 8, and 8 by a slim margin. LeBron averages 37% from deep, and Jokic is 40%. Jokic beats him in win shares and effective field goal percentage as well, as LeBron's 57% effective field goal percentage and 4.3 in win shares is less than Jokic's. How about Lillard? Damian Lillard has burst on the MVP race as of late since he has been scoring at an incredible pace and carrying the Blazers. The NBA has him 3rd on the MVP ladder as of now. But are his stats overall better than Jokic's stats? Is he currently shooting better than Jokic? Yes. Lillard is beating Jokic in points as he averages 30, the same as Joel Embiid. But that is mostly all he beats Jokic with. Jokic out-assists him, Jokic out-rebounds him, and he has a better field goal and 3-point percentage than Lillard. Lillard shoots 39% from deep and 45% from the field, where Jokic barely beats him in 3-point percentage, but Jokic beats him with a slightly bigger margin in field goal percentage, where he of course shoots 56% from. Win shares and effective field goal percentage, Jokic beats him as well. Lillard has 4.7 in win shares and 55% in effective field goal percentage. Talking about all the players, all the MVP candidates, comparing them with each other, it is a little bit much. So we can do a little game here. Here is a graph of all the MVP stats compared with each other. we can rank each of these stats on points. If you are first in a stat, you get 4 points. Second is 3 points. Third is 2 points. Last is 1 point. To put this into perspective, Jokic really is having a better season compared to the MVP candidates if you put all the points together. Some may argue, what about rebounds? Lillard does not rebound the ball well, so this isn't that valid. Even if you take the rebounds for everybody, Jokic still ends up with 25 and Embiid ends with 19. So Jokic still wins even if you take away one of his best stats. Even the ever-so-trusted basketball reference page has Jokic winning the MVP award by a big margin. Some of the stat lines Nikola Jokic has posted this season reminds me of when you create a demigod who decides to be good at basketball and do everything perfectly on the offensive side on the ball. Versus Sacramento, he drops 50 points, 12 assists, and 8 rebounds with 3 blocks. He took 33 shots that game. He made 20 of them, shooting 60%. In another game versus Utah, he drops 47 points, 12 boards, and 5 assists, making 17 out of his 28 shots. Do you know who plays for Utah? Former Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert. 47 points. Utah has one of the best paint defenses in the league due to Gobert alone. I am not saying that he got 47 points dropped on him, but when you are his matchup and defense is your calling card, it is a bit absurd. Don't even get me started when Jokic played versus Boston. I am a Celtics fan, and when I saw Jokic absolutely decimate my team like nothing, I wasn't even surprised. He gave the Celtics no mercy. Jokic has 29 points, hitting 10 out of his 12 shots at halftime. I mean, look, he broke Allen Iverson's record for most points in a half at TD Garden. And when you break a record that was set by Allen Iverson himself, it's serious. Did somebody piss off Jokic before the game? Because it looks like someone did. I remember in particular this play. Why is he coming off the screen like that and pulling from deep with zero hesitation like he is Stephen Curry's rejected Slavic brother? This is some Dirk Nowitzki stuff right here. And can you imagine what happens when he does this consistently and starts hitting these threes like if he was a guard? It will be a nightmare for all the other teams. Jokic is a dangerous basketball player that has the offensive keys to himself. However, every time he plays, it looks like he's just messing around casually, getting a triple-double, and then drives home chilling. Nikola Jokic is truly a basketball cheat code, and I have him winning the MVP. The Nuggets have got to stay afloat as one of the top teams in the West for that to happen. Will it? I would say that the Nuggets would at least be the 4th seed for some consideration. But other than that, if we only do statistics, advanced metrics, and how well you've been playing overall through the entire season, I have Jokic winning this award all day. His all-around but sluggish game destroys every opponent. And what is so amazing is with the way he plays is that he can impact the game on so many different aspects. He can post up, pass, spot up shoot, and rebound. And this is what makes Jokic such a fascinating player to watch.